All right, everybody, grab your body paint, dust off your dancing bikini, and let's talk about the Sock It To Me girl, Judy Carne. Judy was born Joyce Audrey Botterill in Northampton, England on April 27, 1939. Judy knew she wanted to be a performer, and she attended the prestigious Bush Davies School of Theatre Arts. And while there, one of her dance instructors suggested that she change her name. That's when Joyce Botterill became Judy Carne. In 1961, Judy made her first television appearance in the British spy thriller Danger Man, and followed that with the BBC sitcom The Rag Trade. Shortly after making her BBC appearance, Judy moved to the United States and quickly landed a television part on the 1962 CBS comedy Fair Exchange.
Exchange. Brought to you by Super Shell Gasoline with 9 ingredients for top performance. Pillsbury, the famous cake and frosting people.
Fair Exchange is about two fellows, one from New York City and one from London, who strike up a lasting friendship during World War II. They come up with a plan to swap daughters for a year to help them pursue their dreams. The American daughter, Patty, played by Lynn Loring, wants to study drama in London, and the English daughter, Heather, played by Judy, wants to pursue modeling in New York City. The show debuted on Friday, September 21st, 1962 in the 9:30 Eastern time slot. Fair Exchange was the first attempt at an hour-long situation comedy, but the ratings weren't there and the show was canceled. But then the letters started rolling in. Fans were upset. They loved the show. They wanted it back. And the show, which had a Desilu production, had enough pull from the inside. They had Lucille Ball in their corner. And the canceled show was pulled from the dustbin and retooled into a 30-minute comedy. It was given a different time slot, this time Thursday at 7:30 Eastern, but it was competing against Ozzie and Harriet. And this hopeful show was quickly canceled again, and this time it was for good. For what it's worth, here's my 2 cents on Fair Exchange. It was filmed in both America and England and was canceled in 1963, less than a year before the Beatles took the stage on the Ed Sullivan Show in 1964 and brought Beatlemania to our side of the pond. Had this show been around when the British invasion hit, I think it would have been a huge success. It would have made for some really great storylines. It was just a little bit ahead of its time. Fair Exchange aired 27 episodes, but sadly, I can only locate one of them. And if you want to watch that one single episode, it is on YouTube. I believe the channel is called 19 King 14, but I will link that episode in the description below this video. Following her role in Fair Exchange, Judy landed a part in another CBS sitcom called The Baileys of Balboa. CBS had hoped this show would become a competition for Gilligan's Island, but unfortunately it didn't work out as planned. The Baileys of Balboa was about a family that lived on a beach resort and operated a charter boat business at the local marina. But the show didn't have a great time slot. It was up against ABC's highly successful soap opera Peyton Place. As a result, the show was canceled after just 26 episodes. In 1966, Judy starred alongside Peter Duell in the ABC romantic comedy Love on the Rooftop. Love on the Rooftop is a show about a couple struggling to afford living in San Francisco, California. They move into a tiny windowless apartment with access to the building's rooftop, which reveals a spectacular view of San Francisco. Love on the Rooftop was produced by Screen Gems, the successful production company behind Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie, But unfortunately, Screen Gems' magic didn't work here. The show didn't gain much popularity and was canceled after just one season. In 1968, Judy landed the part that would put her dancing skills to work. She was cast on Laugh-In, where she danced, became the Judy doll, delivered one-liners, popped through the joke wall, and was often tricked into saying "sock it to me," which typically ended with her being doused in water, knocked in the jaw, or dropped through a trapdoor. Laugh-In is a sketch comedy that aired on NBC from 1968 to 1973. The show was hosted by comedians Dan Rowan and Dick Martin and was known for its fast-paced format that included rapid-fire sketches, one-liners, musical performances, and bikini dancers. The show featured an ensemble cast, a colorful set design, and a satirical take on events and social issues that were relevant during the late 60s and early 70s. Its innovative style and approach to comedy revolutionized television during that era. Judy was a regular cast member in the first 2 seasons of Laugh-In. She continued to be part of the 3rd season, but eventually left in 1970, feeling that the show had run its course. In 1978, she told People magazine, quote, "Everyone wanted me to sock it to them everywhere I went." So it sounds like Judy wasn't having much fun with the role. She made a guest appearance on the 100th episode of Laugh-In in 1971, and she appeared again in 1993 when she attended the 25th anniversary of the Laugh-In reunion. After leaving her full-time gig on Laugh-In, Judy went on to star in the 1970 Broadway revival of The Boyfriend. Judy played the character of Polly, a millionaire's daughter who fabricates a story about having a boyfriend just to fit in with the crowd. The revival, which also features Sandy Duncan, enjoyed a successful run of 111 performances. After The Boyfriend closed, Judy landed a few guest spots on Love American Style, but eventually her career and life started to decline. Judy's personal life had problems. She married Burt Reynolds in 1963, but the marriage, allegedly according to Judy, was volatile, and they ended up divorcing in 1965. In 1970, Judy married producer Robert Bergman, but that marriage ended in divorce just a year later. However, the two briefly reunited in 1978, and during this time, tragically, Judy and Robert were in a terrible car accident that resulted in Judy suffering a broken neck. It took her several months to recover, but she was eventually able to heal from her injuries. Judy struggled with substance abuse problems. In 1977, while performing at a dinner theater in Indiana, she crossed the border into Ohio and attempted to fill a forged prescription for tranquilizers. The pharmacist tipped off the police and Judy was arrested. She was arrested again in 1978 when drugs were found in her purse during a traffic stop, and once again in 1986 at Heathrow Airport in London when she was trying to take substances onto an airplane. Judy spent a couple months behind bars for that charge. Judy's autobiography, Laughing on the Outside, Crying on the Inside, The Bittersweet Saga of the Sock It To Me Girl, was published in 1985. She spent her later years staying out of trouble and quietly living with her 2 dogs in the Northamptonshire village of Pittsford. Judy died from pneumonia on September 3, 2015, at the age of 76. So there's a brief look at the career and life of Judy Carne. If you have a Laugh-In memory, please put it in the comments below. And if you like this sort of content, please remember to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.